Hi, and welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. On the show today, we are going to make one of my favorite dishes, twice baked potatoes. Now, there's a lot of recipes out there for twice baked potatoes, and I developed this one, and it is one of my favorite. So, let's get cooking. Okay, so as you guys know, I have a milk allergy, so we are going to making these two different ways, one for me and one for Eric, because Eric likes full milk, cream, cheese, and all that. So we are going to be making 3 for me and 3 for Eric, and we're going to be eating 1 and we're going to be saving the 2 for work this week. So what we need to do is we need to get some regular russet baking potatoes, and we need to bake these. So what I did was I just put them in the microwave for these 3 big potatoes. Took about 12 minutes, so I did 3 at a time. So they are all baked and they are nice and cooled off. And what we're going to do with these potatoes is we're going to take off just the top of it, because we are going to create some little boats. And we're just going to take this little top part off. And what we want is a little open space, because we are going to scoop this potato out of here and we're going to put it into a bowl. And this is why it's twice baked, because we baked it once as a baked potato. Now we're going to take all the filling out and we're going to mix the filling with a lot of good stuff, and then we're going to stuff it back into the potato skin and we're going to bake it for the second time. And let me tell you, these are incredible. So we're going to scoop this out, and what you want to do is this is going to be a little boat to hold your potato mixture. So you want to get it nice and scooped out, but you don't want to take it all the way to the edge, because you need something, you need a little bit to support the skin. So you have like a little cavity in here for your potato. I'm going to have it nice and cleaned out. And then this is going to hold our filling. Fell apart a little bit, but that's okay. This is going to hold our filling. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these scooped out, and then we're going to continue with the recipe. Okay, so we've taken our baked potatoes and we've hollowed out all the insides, and we made these little boats. And we've taken the insides and we put it in to 2 separate bowls. One's going to be cheese and one's going to be cheese-free, right? And now it's time to turn this potato into some serious goodness. So we are going to cook up some bacon. We're going to cut up some chives. We're going to put in sour cream and butter, and it is going to be incredible. So first, let's start with the bacon. Okay, so the first step towards dressing our potatoes is a little bit of bacon. Now, we're going to take some slices from this pound of bacon, and we're going to cut them into little bacon bits, and then that we're going to cook up and put into our potato mixture. If you don't eat pork, right, go ahead and use a little turkey bacon. Turkey bacon works just fine, it'll be just as good, right? So we're going to cut this bacon. And I have this really cold, so it makes it easier to cut. So we're going to just I cut it in half, and we're just going to slice it, into some little bacon bits. You don't want them too big, because these are going to be in our potato mixture. And just about that big will make a nice good size piece of bacon to go along with our potatoes, right? So we're going to go ahead and slice them like this. You could technically cook the bacon and then slice it afterwards, but for me it's just as easy to do it this way. And we're going to put our bacon into a fry pan. We have that cooking, sizzling up. I think I'm going to go for about half of this bacon, right? Because we are bacon eaters in this house. Everything's better with bacon, right? So we're just going to go ahead and slice this up, get it into the pan. And then we're going to cook it up. Okay, our bacon is nice and crisp. We're going to take it out and we're going to put it on some paper towel here so we can drain it. Got a little on the foamy side just because it's a little humid today, but that's okay. We're going to get all this bacon out, and this is going to be mixed in with our potato mixture. You can cook your bacon to whatever degree of doneness that you personally like. For this, I kind of like my bacon a little crisp, so that's how I cooked it. But however you like it, go ahead and cook it to that crispiness. Okay, so we're going to chop up a little bit of chives to go in our potatoes. Chives are really easy to chop. All you got to do is make them kind of small. This is a lot of chives. We'll probably use some of this for later in another dish. And we're going to put them to the side here, and they can wait for a minute until we're ready to assemble the potato mixture. Okay, so now it's time to assemble the good stuff. We have our potatoes here, and I'm just mashing it a little bit. And we're first going to work on Eric's version, right? So, Eric likes a little bit of melted butter. Of course, I didn't say this was a diet dish, right? A little bit of melted butter. You know it's good already, right? It's starting out good. Sour cream, right? Gonna give him a nice dollop of sour cream. Right? We're gonna put a little bit of cheese in here now, just to mix that in, right? And we're going to put in some seasonings. So of course you want to put some salt and pepper. If you like barbecue rub, you can put some barbecue rub. Garlic powder. This happens to be one of my favorite things. It is double strength garlic pepper. It has salt, garlic, pepper, everything that we need, right? So we're going to put some of that in here to season it up for him. And we're going to do a little bit of initial mixing on this, right? Let's try it with a spoon. We're going to do a little bit initial mixing. You're going to check out to see if you put enough butter, if you put enough seasoning, and enough sour cream, which I think we did. I might put a little bit more of the garlic pepper. Okay. Now, let's get to the good stuff, right? We got the bacon. So we're going to put about half of our bacon in here. Got it nice and crispy. And we're going to go for the chives. This is just like the icing on the cake, right? Chives are so good with potato. It's just unbelievable. Chives and potatoes goes together like cake and ice cream, right? Now this is looking really, really good. Okay, so let's set that aside and we'll get to mine. Okay, so now we're gonna make my version, the cheese-free version, right? Not quite as tasty, but it will be tasty, trust me. So we're gonna go with a little melted butter. We're gonna put a little bit more than we did with his because we don't have the other ingredients, right? Clean that off a little bit. Stir that up in there. Get it nicely coated with some butter. I'm gonna throw in some garlic pepper. Season her up a little bit. Put in a lot, but I like it really garlicky. Okay. Now, bacon, right? Everything's better with bacon. We don't want to leave out the cheese-free people from bacon, right? And some chives. Go kind of heavy on the chives because I love them. Right, and we're going to stir that up. Oh gosh, this is like splendid. A little bit more seasoning for me. Stir it. Now, just to make sure before you put these in the potatoes that you have it at the perfect taste, we're going to take a taste. Wow. I mean, I could just sit here and eat this bowl right here, but we're gonna bake them off in our little potato tubs. Okay, so it's now time to fill the potatoes, and we're just gonna take this mixture here and we are gonna stuff these babies very full, because even though you take these out of the potato, they always don't go in the same because you added a lot of ingredients to it. And it's really puffed up, so usually it really overfills the potato and gives them a very stuffed look, but we like that. So we're going to stuff these babies full, full, full. So those are Eric's, and they have the sour cream and the cheese. And now we're going to stuff mine. Mine just has butter, chives, and bacon, right? And they're going to be just as good. I'm going to stuff them really full. Full of the batter, right? These are some seriously stuffed twice baked potatoes. Okay, and of course, since Eric likes cheese, right? We're gonna give him another little dose on top of his potatoes, right? Oh boy, look at that. That is just looking unbelievably delicious. I don't know if I can wait for these to get out of the oven. I know Eric's back there looking at his chomps, right? So we're gonna put these in the oven at 350. And they're gonna brown up nicely. The cheese is gonna melt. The butter and the sour cream is gonna get all creamy. And we're gonna take these out and we are just gonna be in love with some twice baked potatoes. Okay, so it's now the time to take the potatoes out of the oven. And they are looking very good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Turn the oven off real quick. And we're gonna have to dig into these babies, right? Okay, so let's try one. I'm gonna take, of course, the one without the cheese. Wow, oh my gosh, they look so good. I can't even explain it. Let's take a little bite. I'm gonna get some of the potatoes, some of the chives, some of the bacon, of course. And let's give it a little taste. It's incredible. Totally, totally incredible. Let's take another bite. Wow. This is one of my favorite ways to cook a potato. Twice baked potatoes. If you would like this recipe, please log on to my website at amylearnstocook.com and subscribe. There's a lot more videos on the way.